Which of the following is not in the domain of cosecant of x? When we think about domain, we think about like numbers that would cause us to have a divide by zero error, or sometimes a square root of a negative. Look, cosecant is just the reciprocal of sine. So this is the same thing. So what you want to ask is, what does it take to make sine be 0? And if we remember the unit circle, sine is the y coordinates, cosine's the x coordinates, and sine is the y coordinates. So this is a y coordinate of 0 right here at an angle of 0 degrees, right? Yeah, because this is 1, 0 in the unit circle. So an angle of 0 would be good. We would check that off. That would be something that would not be in the domain because that would cause a divide by 0, but that's not here. Let's keep looking. This would be sine would equal 1 here because that's 1 on the y-axis. This is again 0 on the y-axis. So that's an angle of pi. So that is one we want to check off, because if you plug pi in for sine, that is 1 divided by 0. Or if you go in reverse, I'm going to check that back off again. Negative pi brings you to another place with the y-coordinate 0. Oh, that's not an option. Sorry, I thought it was. So 0 degrees pi, and if you did a full 360 rotation, that'd be 3 pi or negative 3 pi. Those are the options. It looks like there's only one here that's correct. Pi is the only one that cannot be in the domain of cosecant of x. Oops, there we go. Sorry, that stuff from the other video I was making. So for the function f(x) equals cosecant of x, which of the following are not possible values? It's like you're putting in these for y, for f of x. So let's imagine 1/3 in here for cosecant of x. And we know cosecant is 1 over sine. And if we try to solve this equation, we multiply both sides by sine to get it out of the denominator. And then if you multiply both sides by 3, is this possible? If you think back to what we studied about sine and cosine, sine is between -1 and +1, right? Because of its amplitude. If this is like 2 sine, then it still wouldn't work. If this is 3 sine, then it is possible. We would be able to find a value for x. But because sine is a function that's between -1 and +1, this isn't going to happen. So we can scratch out 1/3. Do the same thing with 5/6. If you plug in 5/6 in here, you're going to get 16 sine of x equals 16 over 5, which can't happen because that's beyond 1. Do the same thing with 9/4, 2, and 6.28 though, and you're going to see you can find values for these for cosecant of x. Okay, so, oops, sorry, I checked the ones that were not possible. These are the ones. Oh wait, that is what it wants. I'm sorry, I keep getting this backwards. Not possible. 1/3 and 5/6 because of what we just did there. If you plug in 9/4, you'll see that is possible.